Yeah, but like toilet paper, Kevin, rolls come to an end. And so sadly, one of these teams tonight it's going to happen for. Good news for the fans. These guys are playing some high-quality basketball. Guys are in great rhythm, and these squads playing that well means this contest is going to be high caliber.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. McCollum is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Jared Allen. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 spot. Minnesota with the ball. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Nurkic kicks to Mobley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Maxey. And he converts the layup.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Up top, Maxey. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And that one's good, Maxey.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Great D that time from Nurkic. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. To the middle. Maxey with it. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
The length of SGA is huge there. At 6'6", he can be pretty disruptive to your offense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of his scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Now, here's Mobley. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 4. Here's Maxey. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And so Siakam will bring it up for Minnesota. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And there it is for him. Allen's got his second basket of the game.
Well, the defense has got to bring a little bit more. Hitting Allen like that is not going to prevent him from scoring.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And here's a look at some numbers for C.J. McCollum.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Nurkic against Allen. Kings moving the ball around. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Now here's White following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Inside, here's Mobley. To stop the drought. Minnesota with the rebound. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
Not a close contest either the last time they got together. Everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
And here's White. Following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Siakam against Mobley. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Maxey, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, nice shot by Maxey. He is definitely a three-level guy.
McCollum outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Sacramento grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Mobley the pass to White. Nurkic a screen on McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. White goes in. Here's Maxey. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Johnson. Smith checked in for the Timberwolves. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard. They're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And just playing well within the offense. Porter's not forcing his own shot and shows solid court vision and passing ability.
Now here is Smith coming off a solid outing against Portland. And that one drops.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
Here's Maxey. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Off target with his three.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Siakam outside. Mobley against Allen. Pass to Smith. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. Smith's got his second bucket tonight.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And a wide-open look for Porter. Good on the triple.
Well, Porter Jr. knows how good he is from that range, so not hesitate.
McCollum outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Kings trail by 11. And let's now go to Shams Charania. He's standing by with breaking news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Thank you, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets are not being complacent. They are already making transactions. They wanted to bring in a steady veteran presence, and nobody fits that bill more than Jrue Holiday. The championship pedigree we know about, not to mention he's a lockdown defender. This guy's a winner, and it's a move that should pay dividends right away.
Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Back to Maxey. With the floater. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Siakam. Allen a screen on Nurkic. Here's Siakam. The layup missed.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's White. Nurkic setting the pick for White to the inside. And finished off by Nurkic.
Great to get Nurkic involved in the pick and roll, and he can be deadly as a roll man.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Allen. Pass to McCollum. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Allen a screen on Maxey. Takes it out to Siakam. Mobley with the block.
This is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Timberwolves leading by 7. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you've got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Jock Landale's checked in for Nurkic. Kevin Huerter comes in for Evan Mobley. And it's Simons in for Maxey. Porter, no luck. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 9-point game. Lets it go with the 3. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. Sacramento's gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Huerter with a screen on Smith. White inside. Covered by Smith. White the pass to Porter. Here's Landale. Allen defending. Near the three-point line. It's Porter. Rebounded by Allen. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Pass to McCollum. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Can't get it to fall. The Kings trail by 12. Here's Porter. No good with the layup.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Nice shot by Smith.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And here are the Kings now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Outside, Simons drills the three-pointer. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Timberwolves. That and so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got McCollum. He's out there with Smith. And it's Osman in at the 3, the small forward. Simons kicks to Porter. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Porter's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Kings. Smith against White. Smith the pass to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. With some arc. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. And White kicks to Simons. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Out to White. over Smith. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from White.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Vanderbilt a screen on White. The drive by Smith. Pass to Osman. Jacks up a three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Well, all those turnovers made it a scrappy game, which suits them. They caused a lot of chaos with their defense, which played right into their hands.
They get it again. No good on the shot. Minnesota leading by 7. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Sit down.
Johnson's checked in for Sacramento. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Champagne's checked in. McCollum against Simon. Pass to Porter. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Porter. The three. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. There's the screen. Lets the three fly. Johnson with the rebound. The Kings trail by 6. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. White up top, covered by Smith, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this is game 1 of the group play stage of the NBA Cup. Teams are divided into 6 groups of 5.
And while those groups are randomly selected in the drawing, there is an attempt to kind of keep them balanced with teams slotted from different tiers based on their previous season record.
Mobley, he's checked in for Porter. Siakam is checked in for Minnesota. Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Simon. And so McCollum will bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to Champagnie. Fires the 3. C.J. McCollum. And that's good. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the coach has confidence in C.J. taking that shot, and so C.J. has confidence in making it.
Johnson, the pass to Simons. From outside the arc. Kept alive. Landale with the bucket.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Smith against White. McCollum outside. Shoots over Simon. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Just a smooth, polished scorer. McCollum only scratching the surface of his immense potential.
McCollum against Simon. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Some changes here for the Kings. Porter's checked in for Jock Landale. And Maxey subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And a change for the Timberwolves. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Smith. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Champagnie. For 3, Siakam. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Maxey into the lane. Over in the corner, White. Mobley sets the pick for White. Pass to Mobley. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Sets a great screen, and then Mobley gets perfect position there on the roll.
Here's Champagnie, guarded by Porter. Now here's McCollum. Fires from deep. Rebound by Johnson.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
White, good.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. To the paint, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points for the game. Mobley outside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Mobley, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Maxey, rebounded by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Siakam with the basket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
You see the mobility on the break. Siakam goes after every easy scoring opportunity he sees.
Mobley sets the pick for White. Minnesota with the rebound. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
He gets that one.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And the Kings making a change here. Simons is checked in. Smith checked in for the Timberwolves. Siakam for 3. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. On the line, and the Kings check on 2 more. Timberwolves leading by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Siakam. Out to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And went up and pulled it down. Mobley soaring.
Smith outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Smith scanning the floor. Fires the 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Outside, Simon. Back to Maxey. The offensive rebound. Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Maxey. For 3, Siakam. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Maxey, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Down low.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Champagnie. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Good D by Mobley.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Porter looking it over. And here's Maxey. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Looking to get it going. Maxey, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Champagnie, guarded by Porter. Champagnie passes to Siakam. They double-team Siakam. And that one's good, Champagnie. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Maxey. Kicks it out to Johnson. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14 points. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Siakam. Smith on the wing. Siakam against Mobley. On baseline, Jay. Siakam's shot is off.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Simons. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Siakam passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Steps back and fires. That one's not going to go. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Pascal. The identity of this team is...
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello. And you know, for that matchup with the Suns, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games all...
Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start. And that's all for us. Now...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
You've got Johnson. Nurkic is out there with Mobley. Then there's Derek White. And it's Maxey in at point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's Champagnie, light covering. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Mobley outside. Back to Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Mobley against Siakam. Allen, a screen on Mobley. And a wide open look for Siakam. And a miss there on the triple.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Outside, White. Over McCollum. And it's White missing. Timberwolves leading by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Champagnie passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's McCollum. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd assist on the night. Maxey kicks to Mobley. Pass to White. White, a screen on Siakam. Here's Mobley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Mobley's got 8 points.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Allen, a screen on Maxey. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Maxey. Now Mobley. Johnson against Siakam. Maxey passes to Nurkic. He's looking for Mobley and finds him. Rebounded by McCollum. Timberwolves leading by 5. Baseline jumper. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by McCollum.
Well, at that mid-range, Siakam has a nice face-up game.
McCollum against White. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
C.J. McCollum.
The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2, Derek White.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for White. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he makes good on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Back to Maxey. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Kings shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw good, Maxey. Both shots good from the stripe. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Champagnie. McCollum right side. Pass to Champagnie. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists now in the game. The Kings trail by 8. If we're going to talk about, the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
C.J. is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Traps in the tray. White's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Johnson kicks to Maxey. And that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Gilgeous-Alexander. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. Number 1, Evan Mobley.
What an intimidator he is in the paint. I mean, he's shot to the top of that leaderboard, and nobody feels comfortable putting a shot up around him right now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Tyrese Maxey. Averaging 33 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And, guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Incredible the lift off the floor, the creativity in the air. Highlight real effort there by Maxey.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Timberwolves leading by 3. To the middle. And stolen by Maxey. The putback. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Gilgeous-Alexander against Maxey. And another shot. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
What a outworking the defense for a second look.
For Minnesota, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. Outside, White. Back to Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
Allen outside. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. He can't hit that time. White with the defensive effort. And so White will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings, trailing by 4. Johnson kicks to White. Pass to Mobley. Now, here's Maxey. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Mobley. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. Siakam finds Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the Kings. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Maxey. Nurkic up top, defended by Allen. Nurkic setting the pick for White. From outside, off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Siakam outside. Allen, a screen on Mobley. Back to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Well, the impressive playmaking skills of Siakam. Nice pass to set up his teammate.
The Kings trail by 6. Maxey looking it over. Pass to Johnson. White against McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a shot at the elbow. White, good. White's got 10 points in the quarter.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Maxey. Pulls it up. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the second half. Mobley outside. Back to Maxey. From the arc. Rebound Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's McCollum on the wing. Pass to Champagny. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 feet away. Here's Allen. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Mobley, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Probably the last guy you want to foul out there. Maxey almost automatic at the strike.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
The Kings making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Smith is checked in. He hits the second from the line. Timberwolves leading by 7. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Allen outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Just 4 to shoot. Smith for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Mobley. The kick out to Porter. Now Maxey. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Maxey against Gilgeous-Alexander. Maxey, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
The first one falls.
C.J. McCollum, really one of the more unique scorers in the league, and it has a lot to do with the peanut butter smoothness he has, handling the ball, being on great balance, and being one step ahead of the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Jock Landale comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in for Mobley. Simons on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left here in the third quarter. From down in the low post, it goes. Simons has got 11 points.
Defenders want to get physical with Simons to try to offset some of his athleticism. It doesn't always work.
Vanderbilt setting the pick for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
McCollum against Simon. Good work there as it goes. 13 points in the game.
And while he's not the biggest guy in the world, Simons will battle and make some tough shots like that one.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
White setting the pick for Simon. Knocks down the 3-ball. Simons has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, this is one of Simons' strengths, just an outstanding shooter from behind the arc.
McCollum outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sacramento grabs the miss. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight. White against Smith. White looking around. Pass to Simons. Shakes him out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. From the stripe. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. McCollum's got 16.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat. Up. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Siakam. Smith is out there with Rollins. And it's Champagnie in at the small forward position.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
and you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking. After
what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
Champagnie passes to Siakam. Pocket 6. And the shot goes down. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
That's where Siakam lives right there. Great fight.
Sacramento's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
Number 17. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Sacramento. Evan Mobley. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Davis is checked in. Smith the pass to Champagnie. Down low. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
The Kings trail by 7. Simons up top, covered by Smith. And that one, good. Simons has got 12 points in just the second half.
Tough to slow down the momentum that Simons has here. Just power through on the drive.
Siakam outside. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Simons on the wing, covered by Smith. Smith against Simon. 5 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Herter, that's a 2-pointer. Misses off the right iron. Timberwolves leading by 8. Siakam the bounce pass. Outside, Davis. Back to Siakam. This one for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Mobley's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Smith the pass to Siakam. Out to the right wing. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. Vanderbilt's checked in for Davis.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
The Kings trail by 8.
Jared Vanderbilt.
Here's Herter. Simons on the wing. An easy 2 points on the layup. Simons has got 14 points now in the second half.
And I'm going to watch the coaching staff to see how many times they're going to call Anthony Simons' number the way he's got it going.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Nurkic checked in for Kevin Herter. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Allen's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Johnson finds Porter. The 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 6. Let's go. They grab their own miss. Vanderbilt. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
Kings have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Mobley the pass to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Mobley against Vanderbilt. Outside, Simon hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 26 points.
And Anthony believing in himself that time. Just zero hesitation on that, Jay.
Siakam outside. Nurkic against Allen. Outside to the left wing. Fires from 18. Siakam's shot is off.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And stolen by Siakam. Pass to Champagnie. Back to Siakam. Vanderbilt, a screen on Nurkic. Back to Vanderbilt. Shoots over Johnson. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Simons against Smith. Johnson outside. Pass to Nurkic. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Siakam against Mobley. Siakam outside. Allen a screen on Mobley. Siakam's shot is off.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
To the inside. Here's Mobley. Good D by Siakam. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14 points. Vanderbilt kicks to Allen. Pass to Smith. Here's Champagnie. Launches a three. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. He is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And you make it easy on Simons when you leave someone that wide open. He's always looking to make the extra pass.
Allen outside. Pass to Smith. Inside. Here's Champagnie. And that one is off. Nice D from Porter. Mobley outside. Simons from outside. Here's Smith. Allen with the screen for Smith. Shoots over Simon. Smith, no luck. The Kings trail by 3. Outside, Porter to the paint. Here's Nurkic. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss. The Timberwolves have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Smith for 3. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Mobley against Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Here's Simons. He gets it in there. Simons has got 31 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pass to Allen. Here's Smith. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
Assist goes to
Allen's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Mobley a screen on Smith. That's a 2 from Simons. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
It's good.
And for Smith, I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty more nights like this.
Johnson outside. Smith against Simons. Nurkic a screen on Smith. That's a 2 from Simons. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 11 rebounds in the game. Vanderbilt inside. Johnson's there. Vanderbilt the pass to Smith. Siakam outside. Vanderbilt a screen on Mobley. Siakam for 3. Offensive rebound. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Siakam. Back to Vanderbilt. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Timeout, Sacramento.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Derek White's checked in for the Kings. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Anthony Simons. And then for Minnesota, C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Smith. Outside, Maxey. Top of the key. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Led by as many as 14 points. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And how about Jared Allen? A little bit of flair from the big fella.
The Kings trail by 10. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Nurkic setting the pick for Maxey. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Siakam outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 30 points.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
And it's Maxey with the ball for Sacramento. Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
It's good. He's got 21.
And the D had no answer for that move. Beautifully done. Easy layup.
Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Minnesota.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have. And
so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Simons against Rollins. And it's Simons off the drive. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0